Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into one of the most influential and controversial figures of our time, Jeff Bezos. The man who turned a simple online bookstore into the everything store that changed how the entire world shops, who built the most powerful cloud computing empire, flew himself to space, married in a star-studded Venice wedding, and as of January 2026, sits with a net worth hovering around $240 to $253 billion, making him consistently one of the 3 to 5 richest people alive. We're going to walk through his entire journey, the early struggles, the insane growth of Amazon, the bold bets like AWS and Blue Origin, the personal life headlines, recent moves in 2025 to 2026, and what it all means. If you're into business, tech, space, or just epic underdog to overlord stories, stick around and smash that like button if you're excited. Let's jump in. Jeffrey Preston Jorgensen was born January 12, 1964, in Albuquerque, New Mexico. His mom, Jacqueline, was just 17, a high school student, and his biological father, Ted Jorgensen, was 19. They divorced soon after. When Jeff was 4, his mom remarried a Cuban immigrant named Miguel Bezos, who adopted him and gave him the last name we all know. Miguel was an engineer at Exxon, a big influence on young Jeff's love for science and problem-solving. Jeff was a super smart kid, valedictorian at Miami Palmetto Senior High in 1982. He gave a graduation speech dreaming about space hotels and colonizing the solar system, themes he'd chased decades later. He went to Princeton, originally wanting physics, but switched to electrical engineering and computer science. Graduated summa cum laude in 1986. Fun fact, he was also the president of the Princeton Space Society. Space was always in his blood. After Princeton, Jeff got into finance, high-paying Wall Street jobs. He worked at Fitel, Bankers Trust, and then joined D.E. Shaw & Co. in 1990. A cutting-edge hedge fund using computers to trade. There he met weirdly smart people and saw the internet exploding. In 1994, he read that web usage was growing 2,300% per year. He asked, "What's the best thing to sell online?" He made a list of 20 products and picked books, millions of titles, no inventory needed up front, easy to ship. At 30, he quit his cushy $100K plus job, told his parents his plan. They invested $245,000 of their life savings, despite the huge risk. He drove cross-country to Seattle, tax-friendly for businesses, set up in his garage, hired a few people, and on July 5, 1995, Amazon.com launched. First sale, a science book. First-year sales, about $511,000. Losses, massive. But Jeff was obsessed with long-term growth over short-term profits, a philosophy that defined everything. Amazon barely survived the dot-com crash in 2000-2001. Stock fell from $107 to under $7. Many thought it was over. But Jeff doubled down. He expanded beyond books, music, electronics, toys, everything. Introduced Amazon Prime in 2005, game changer for loyalty. The real rocket fuel? Amazon Web Services in 2006. Started as internal tool, became the world's #1 cloud provider. Today, AWS alone generates tens of billions in profit and powers huge chunks of the internet. Key principles he lived by. Customer obsession, not competitor obsession. Think big, invent and simplify. Long-term thinking, it's all about the long term. Day one mentality, stay hungry like a startup. He stepped down as CEO in July 2021, handing over to Andy Jassy. But he remains executive chairman and the largest shareholder. In 2025, Amazon kept innovating. Heavy AI integration, more layoffs, AI automation in workforce. AWS still growing fast, around 20% year-over-year in late 2025. Market cap? Around 2.4 to 2.5 trillion. Jeff still sells shares regularly, like $666 million chunk in mid-2025, to fund other dreams. Jeff founded Blue Origin in 2000, secretly at first, with the mission, millions of people living and working in space to benefit Earth. Motto, Gradatum ferociter, step by step, ferociously. He funded it by selling about $1 billion of Amazon stock yearly for years. Milestones: 2015, first reusable New Shepard landing. 2021, Bezos himself flew to space, with brother, Wally Funk, Oliver Damon. 2025, huge year, New Glenn orbital rocket finally launched successfully. January 2025, booster recovery, Escapade Mars mission in November 2025. Late 2025, New Glenn variants announced, bigger 9x4 version, certification progress for national security launches, hiring ex-ULA CEO Tory Bruno for Defense Group. Rumors of orbital data centers for AI. Bezos believes space solar plus no weather equals cheaper gigawatt AI training in 10 to 20 years. Brr. Blue Origin is finally catching up in the orbital race. Still behind SpaceX, but accelerating fast in 2025-2026. Brr. Jeff was married to Mackenzie Scott from 1993 to 2019. 4 kids. 2019 divorce. She got $35 billion, 25% of Amazon stock at time. Became huge philanthropist. Brr. Since 2019, he's been with Lauren Sanchez, former TV journalist, helicopter pilot. Engaged 2023. Married June 27, 2025, in Venice. Massive multi-day event with Oprah, DiCaprio, Kardashians, Tom Brady, etc. Controversies. Intense Amazon work culture. Reports of pressure, high turnover. Brr. 2013 bought Washington Post. Transformed it digitally. But 2025 changes. Opinion section shifted to only support personal liberties and free markets. Led to editor resignations. Barron. Political moves. 2024 to 2025. Closer ties to Trump circle. Dinner at Mar-a-Lago. Amazon inauguration donation. Barron. 2025. His mother Jacqueline passed away. He's also pledged huge climate giving via Bezos Earth Fund and Courage and Civility Awards. Barron. As of January 2026. Net worth approximately $240 to $253 billion. Forbes Bloomberg. Number 3 to 5 richest. Barron. Still huge Amazon stake. Blue Origin hitting orbital stride. Barron. New AI startup rumors. Project Prometheus. Robotics manufacturing focus. Jeff Bezos is the ultimate long-term thinker. He once said, "I didn't want to regret not trying." That mindset built trillions in value and pushed humanity towards space. Barron. Love him or criticize him, his impact on commerce, cloud and space is undeniable. Barron. What do you think? Is Bezos a visionary hero or ruthless capitalist? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this deep dive, like, subscribe, hit the bell. Next video might be Elon Musk versus Bezos space race, or something similar. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.